good evening to one and all. And after a little break, that is Diwali vacation, I'm back on my show No Enter with Kosha. I'm Kosha, your only host, and I hope that you are doing well on this evening. I know it's weekday, Tuesday. Week has just started. Tuesday blues. I cannot say that, but yeah. So I hope your day so far is good. And today I'll be conversing on with author Somrita Chatterjee and her book that is which dwells with peace inside, which dwells with the emotions inside us. It's nothing kind of a self-help book, and it is a kind of self-help book both, because at the end of every chapter the author tells you how to deal with emotions, plus at the end of the chapter there are journals and activities which you can take it up for yourself. So even if it doesn't matter, even if your take is something else, or your emotions or your views for certain emotions are different. So today, first of all, let me invite okay, she'll be joining us in a minute. So, okay, tell me, how do you all deal with certain kind of emotions? Is there any kind of therapy, or is there something which you like to do when you are, particularly feeling happy or angry? Like you like to listen to music, you like to dance, you like to note it down your emotions, any kind of emotions. I'm not talking about particular happy or sad emotion. So I would like you to mention that in the chat column or in the comment column, and I would be happy to know whether it syncs with the book and different techniques to deal with different kinds of emotions. Welcome, ma'am. Hello.
Hi. So am I audible, visible?
Yes, perfectly audible, perfectly visible, all well. How are you?
I'm absolutely rocking. What about you?
Fine, thank you. Okay, guys, before we begin conversation with this beautiful lady, let me tell you something about her. She is Somrita. She's self-employed and works in the space of learning and development. She has her own coaching business and conducts workshops across geographies, age groups, and topics. Okay, a wide range of topics, wide range of audience, wide range of places. No but.
Yeah.
She's completed her postgraduate diploma in personal management and has 7 years of corporate experience in various corporates like Tata Steel, Cohen, and Nestle Skin Health. Later on, embarking on a quest of her ikigai, she recognized that she loves to connect with people and would love to touch their lives. Happiness of self and happiness of others is her motto. Okay, self first. Great. So she has done various courses on coaching, emotional intelligence, neuro-linguistic programming, energy management, mindfulness, psychology of well-being, resilience, and the list continues to grow. She's also interested in psychodrama, music, therapy, and wishes to add that those certificates soon. She has learned to start to look inside for the best answers. She enjoys being a mother to her 4-year-old and is settled in Mumbai. And she loves to watch Tom and Jerry, listen to music, read, talk, spend time with friends, and try new cuisines, and a lot of other things. Okay, so a wide variety of favorite things, a wide variety of hobbies, and a wide variety of certificates or the coaching which you do. So welcome to the show. I'm glad that I'll be conversing with you today evening.
Thank you so much for having me, Kosha.
So first of all, let me know that why all these kinds of why different kinds of workshops and coachings you take up. So what is the reason that you do this all workshops and coachings on various topics?
So it may sound funny to you, but I believe I'm a buffet kind of person. So I would any day prefer buffet over an a la carte, or else in a la carte also I'll end up ordering so much it becomes a sort of mini buffet kind of. Actually, I strongly believe that I should try various methodologies. Say suppose I'm talking about training, because there's so much to learn. That's one thing. I enjoy learning. I enjoy experimenting in different spaces. That's who I have always been. And so if you talk about, like really beautiful goal that I have. So I would want to have my own workshops, which are not like the regular learning and development training programs, but probably something to do with music, something to do with drama, something to do with other, different kind of methodologies, not the typical, where the facilitator only talks or where there is a presentation. So that's what I am, accumulating, and probably, inshallah, sometime soon.
Yeah, so you're looking at those fun kind of interactive workshops, not just boring वो compulsion वाला बैठ के 2 घंटे प्रेजेंटर को सुनो बीच में वो चाय
मैं
बिस्किट
खुद वैसी नहीं हूँ, तो मैं
okay.
दूसरों से कैसे एक्सपेक्ट करूँ? And the way things are moving ahead, I think variety is a thing, because different people also connect to different things. So if I say no, NLP is the way or this is the way, it may or may not be for a person. So then how do you engage?
Correct. Okay. So any experience from all this workshop which is very close to your heart? I'm sure there might be lot, but something which you would like to share with us, which happened, some incident, some experience during this all workshops and coaching.
Actually, few things are coming to my mind right now, but probably that will extend the call. Let me tell you something which happened recently. So one of the workshops which was on the tick list is done. So I have done my training on gist call therapy, and the trainer was Anil Thomas. And throughout the workshop, so he didn't give out any answers, and on the third day, I was like, I have this doubt. I want to ask, but I don't think this guy will answer. He doesn't answer to anything. And, he saw me, and then in the sharing set came out, and then he just told me that what is it that is coming to you? Why do you even want to ask this? Why is it so important to you? And he asked me to stay with the thought. And believe me, by the time we were completing the workshop, I actually found out my own answers. So I could see beautifully, coaching at play. He did not give out one answer. And
still you had your answer.
Yes.
Still you had your answer.
Faith and trust in his participants that, you will get whatever you're seeking for.
So this is like we always seek approval and answers from others rather than looking it inside us. So even if I have answer, I'll be seeking approval from my close ones, or that depends on differs from person to person. But still they'll be looking for an approval. So that's not necessary ideally. Whatever. Yes. I am in this situation, let me take decision and then responsibility for my actions or decisions.
So great. Even for that matter, validation could begin with self validation. And it's there in one of the chapters, where I say that it's very important to validate. Say, for example, I think I mentioned this example only that so I was just reading the book today again for our
Huh.
live show, and it's very fresh in my mind that if before a workshop, or if I have to give a big talk and I'm feeling really anxious or
Hmm.
nervous, then what I can say to myself is, Somrita, you're feeling anxious, you're feeling nervous, and it's okay to feel anxious and nervous. You know,
Hmm.
instead of reaching out, oh my God, this, that, at the last moment, you don't have anyone, you can't spend time on that phone and everything. Say, suppose you're all there by yourself, what do? So you validate your own unpleasant or difficult emotions. So validation could also begin with self. But what happens is over the years, it's like, Mama, ye kar lo, or you call up your friend, Priya, वो बंदा बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, तुम्हें क्या लगता है? You know, so it's always, we seek that approval from others because we don't trust our instincts.
And okay, with this, it comes to my mind that slowly with our actions, we are teaching our children also the same thing, to seek validation from parents, to like starting with the parents, of course. Right now, if they are small, we teach them that okay, seek approval, seek permission. Okay, for some things that is keep aside, but this comes in their habit. That is this from good, is this anything you take up. We teach our children also this thing, but instead we should teach them to validate their own feelings. In fact, if they are happy, fine. If they are sad, fine. If they got less marks, okay, validate first yourself and then seek our approval. Even if she gets 99 marks, I may not be happy as a parent. I want her to be 100%. So so I may not validate her happiness also. At times it happens. So it's very important to teach
I
children
feel,
also.
what has been one of the most, so I'm trying to be aware of this. There is this thing, if my child is feeling sad or angry, I have to do something, I have to make him feel happy. क्यों रो रहा
हाँ,
है, क्यों गुस्सा रहा है, like, so it's like you have to be like happy 24 into 7. Am I? Of course not. But I'll expect him to be. And if something is wrong, then, oh, I as a parent have to do things right. So then
हाँ,
probably, we get things from outside, or we let them have extra screen time or something like that.
हम्म,
So
हम्म,
between you and I, there is still a part of it. But I'm slowly trying to be aware.
हाँ, consciously we need to be, as a parent, we need to be aware of this. Yeah, the list of courses which you want to take up is long. So I know one reason is that you don't want these similar kind of coaching or workshops. But what triggered you to take up all these courses? Is there any incident or story behind taking up these courses, or just the one reason?
I think a lot of, layers are formed, when you are growing up. Do this, ye kar lo, ye course kar lo, study this, do that. A lot of that things happens. And like many others, I also got lost. And I had to leave my last job because I met with an accident. I had a ligament injury. And फिर मैं घर बैठी थी कुछ दिन के लिए, and then luckily my son came along, so ultimately it formed a little long break. And then I was like, अब क्या करना है? And everyone is like, I think you should start getting back to, like corporate life. And I was like, no, I really want to be with people, connect with people. Between you and I enjoyed my role in industrial relations more than typical HR role, because I'm not a very system and very gay person. So I would love to, go out, connect. So things like this, extrovert, I would love to meet with people, spend time with them. So, the basic nature of me, being in different kind of profiles helped me understand, oh, I enjoyed that role. Okay, why? Okay, because of this. And then slowly I understood that I love connecting to people. And I'll take the name of one of my besties. So I was having this conversation with Nalna, and I'm so confused. क्या करना है life में?
Hmm.
And she beautifully said that so when you're not sure of what it is that you want to do, at least try to be sure what is it that you don't want to do. And it was that day that I decided I don't want to go back to corporate life. And Kosha, I know a similar story is there with you. You know, we were having this conversation the morning where you also
Right.
said, yeah.
Correct.
So then, you know, my learning and development journey started. But yes, initially, I still had a lot of arrogance because I thought I'm an MBA, I've been with top, you know, organizations, I can do this, that. पर जब ये डिफरेंट कोर्सेज करना चालू किया तो पता चला कितना नहीं पता है एंड अभी कुछ सीखना है. There are so many times when my 4.5-year-old son, teaches me something, and I'm amazed. So the other day I scolded him for something in this, and then immediately after some time, he came and gave me a kiss. How easily they let go and forgive. And हम हैं कि वो 2 साल पुरानी बात भी लेके बैठ जाते हैं. So being in the field helps me understand that you can learn from anyone, anywhere, and it could be like literally anything.
Correct. Okay, that's why you want to take up all these courses. So how it was, okay, it was difficult initially. You knew that, okay, you have to learn so much, but how this writing came to you? Why did you think of writing your first book? I mean, I want to know the story behind the story of your book. The name story. A story behind the name of the book, and like what inspired you to write. Okay, I understood that. What inspired you not to go back to corporate life, but what inspired you to write this book? Are you an avid reader, also?
Yes. Not much recently, but yes, I love to read. I would, even if I pick up a book, I read a few pages. I don't finish it at one go. Not a reader that perspective, but definitely, in bits and pieces, some bit of here, some bit of there, articles, all of that. Writing is, when there was this, in some workshop, we were doing this exercise on, coming up with your vision statement and where are you headed and all of that. So I decided for myself that I want to impact 1 million lives in the next 15 years. And kaise karu? Okay. So, of course, training, workshops, but uske alawa bhi I need to have probably speaking assignments, I can travel to places, I can collaborate with people. And one of the things which came up was being an author, because a book can actually reach out to millions. So, it's very much, so I stand for happiness of self and others. My vision is impacting 1 million lives in the next 15 years. The kind of person I am. So, my values around happiness, love, self-love, family, all of that. So everything, becoming an author, I think it became a very next logical step to who you kind of. So that's how it started, वो ऐसा वो 1 minute का ही था कि ये, but then it started somewhere.
But so your basic thing remains the same, being happy and making others happy. And you are very clear that इतने time में मुझे इतने लोगों की life touch करनी है. So that's how you worked backwards. This is my goal. Now this are the steps which I will take up. Wonderful.
Yes.
And the name story or a little bit more about the book, if we can see the cover right now, if you have it.
So I have it displayed here. I have another copy.
Perfect.
So that's Self Voyage with Somrita. And when I even look at this picture, I feel, this is a part of me who's looking at the expanse, and she's also connecting to the inner expanse, the vastness within. So that's what this picture, depicts for me. And that's how I thought, I should have this as a cover.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And tell us a little bit about this book. See, I know that there, as far as I have read, there are different concepts where you agree with your feelings. Okay, pleasant one, unpleasant one, both ones. So one is like emo, which is music, dancing, with which you relate your emotions. So there's very fun memes going on that when you are sad, you actually know the lyrics of the song, but when you're happy, you just sing the song. But when you're sad, you know the lyrics of the songs. So yes, definitely. What I had read in your book is
Because
ki
when you're happy, because when you're happy, there are various ways of expressing it. You
hmm,
talk, you do something that you like. But when you're sad, you generally tend to be with yourself. That's when
yes,
you concentrate more on the lyrics of the song. And that's when, you if you're not able to express or live through that sadness, you do it, through the lyrics, through the music of the song.
hmm, okay,
I also do it. I also do it at times, of course.
hmm,
That that song, Barisha, that is my go-to song. If I remember the lyrics, probably towards the end, I'll say.
okay. So yes, it's like there was one line written that your dominant feeling is how you relate to the music with your dominant feeling. Like if I'm happy, I'll relate like that. If I'm sad, I'll relate like that. So what it is, the entire therapy, how it goes with music and dance. Please tell us a bit about it.
So what I meant was, so recently, I have been listening. I mean, a lot of us have been listening to this Manika Mage Hite, yeah,
Uh,
and quite. I think few of us have also done a research into the lyrics and all, and there is this soothness in the voice of the female, Yohani,
hmm,
which
hmm,
she helps me soothe, she helps me settle. And when I was asking myself, why do I keep listening to this song again and again and again? So recently, few things have been happening at the home front. I have to, concentrate more on household, on my son. A lot of things has been, I don't have a full-time help and all of that. And I
hmm,
am not a person who enjoys chores.
hmm.
So it has been making me feel very, very unsettled. Also, I have been supposed to work on my second book, but it has become sort of a Panchvarshi Yojana, which I'm not happy about. And I know a lot of authors, will be with me on this. So those feelings of unsettled, a little bit of anxiety, what am I doing? Where am I headed? What will happen to my life purpose? So all these feelings, when I listen to the song, it helps me calm, or, it
Fun.
helps me cool. So, there are times when you keep on listening to one song,
Hmm, hmm,
probably like the tune or the lyrics or a part of it. So ask yourself, how is the song making you feel?
hmm.
And that will help you understand what's your dominant emotion.
Okay, wonderful. A nice message. Okay, and other thing what I read in the book was that you associate a particular feeling to the person or their voice or their tone. Like for some people, if I have had bad experience, I'll be always relating to their voice, that will make me sad again or hurt. So if you can tell us little bit on it more.
So, when I was writing this chapter, so I was doing this research, like what are the go-to songs for, people? Can we
Hmm,
have some generalized songs? So basically, I also want to use a part of it in my workshops. Because in a
hmm,
workshop, I can't go on asking the 25 people and then, play 25
hmm,
songs. So
hmm,
I was conducting that social experiment in my known circle only.
hmm,
And I reached to a person and I asked him, so there is this part, creating playlist. So you can
hmm,
actually have 3 playlists to manage your emotions through music. One is the fast, which will help you pep up. One is the moderate, which help you calms down. And one is your slow. No, slow is which helps you calm down. Moderate is when you're feeling lazy or you don't want to do. So something which helps you, spring into action. So I had created created my playlist, and one of the songs which helps me calm down is "O Palanhare, Nirgun aur Pyare, Tumre bin Hamra Kauno Nahi." So, even when I'm singing this, so like I told you, Insta Live, technical, all this help makes me feel a little anxious. But now that I've sung this, I'm feeling all the more settled, like calm from within. And I was telling my friend, and he's like, I don't want to listen this song ever. And I was like, the song is beautiful, man. What is wrong with you? And then he was like, this is the ringtone of one of my most difficult bosses. मतलब इसका एक वर्ड भी मैं सुन लेता हूँ ना, तो it makes me feel really agitated, angry, and मुझे ना, I want to abuse that guy. There are so many things that have been left unsaid. And it was an eye opener for me that so many times we associate a particular sound or a song to a situation, a person, experience, and then we carry it. So I'm like, oh my God.
A lot many people are coming to my mind when you're talking this right now. Okay, that's true. Like I recently lost my father, so he had a ringtone, which so that song suddenly reminds me of him whenever I hear that song. So that is true. Yeah, we never give it a thought, but that's fact.
And how does that make you feel?
Makes me feel I could have done little more for him to save him. So that's my dominant thing about him, regret. That whatever I did was not enough. Or not enough, I didn't do it at proper time to save him. So that's what is regret, is eating me up. I settled to the, grieving period khatam ho gaya hai. Grieving, I'll always remember him, but I'm not grieving ka wo initial stage nahi hai. But still that regret doesn't go out from us. Whenever I hear that song, I remember and I again feel that regret. So yeah, that's the triangle. You're correct. Okay, I realize now.
For my viewers here, I've not been able to thank all those that you have joined who are there with us. Thank you so much for making this live session much more meaningful for the two of you. Thank you. And beautifully, when I asked Kosha, how does that make you feel? So first she said, I could have done more. Now those are thoughts. But when I asked again, she used the word regret. So the distinction between thoughts and emotions. A lot of time it simultaneously, or an emotion could come first, followed by a thought. It could be vice versa also. So that distinction, I just wanted to bring it out. Being in the space of emotional intelligence, has helped me understand, a lot of unpeeling has happened because of this.
Okay, nice. And what if, does this therapy work for everyone? There are 15 chapters in your book, so there might be different therapies. Like music is one. So what are the others? What are the other chapters? Like one chapter was knowing the beginning is not half done, which is otherwise saying. So what are other therapies or what are other chapters? If you can brief us. I don't want to know the entire thing, but
so my book consists of 15 chapters. It's mostly independent topics, but for example, if I talk about music and EI, those are the first 3 chapters. So one deals in one managing, one what to do. How could you build on motivation, or how could you build on other things with music. Apart from that, various topics. It could be self-love, it could be gratitude. So one of the topics which Kosha was mentioning is, we always have heard that knowing is half the battle won. But then I did a course with Laurie Santos and on Coursera, and there she. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah. Okay. I couldn't see you for a second and I thought, oh my God, what happened? So, there are so many things like we know we should exercise, we should eat healthy, we shouldn't binge watch on Netflix, we should do this. We know so many things, but do we actually do it? Then ask yourself the question, is knowing half the battle won? Then what can you know? So, topics like this. So, probably a course, probably some other book, probably some things which I have picked up, on my journey. For example, in gratitude, I talk about the book The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. And I know, there are 20 plus topics. So, you could practice 21 topics. So, you could actually topics and 21 days courses are also available. I have done it for my own self, but I've picked up one, two things from there. So likewise, I have shared, in my book and invite readers to read, come with an open mind, read it, see what is coming to you. And I would love to listen from the readers, what their experience has been, were they able to resonate with a chapter or more, or what is their point of view, because I think that's how we learn from each other. So that's the book all about.
Okay, everyone will have different views. Every individual. So there are okay. Before you mention where all this book is available, which all places and your social media handles, if they want to reach out to you, like what is the importance of the journal activities which you have given after each chapter?
So, like I said, I am not a person who will pick up a book and read it at one go. So I had that in mind when I was, writing my book, and every chapter begins with a photo and a question just to stimulate some thoughts. Let me just show you maybe the first chapter. Okay. After every chapter, there are some questions. So, my book is something like, probably over a cup of coffee, you read 2 pages, you see what is coming to you, you do the journaling exercise, you see for yourself, or add your own perspective. So it's a book, it's a kind of book where, you can write, you can read it at one go, or, at various intervals. So that's what I had in my mind. And I'm a visual person, so that's why some pictures, and I would love to have feedback on that as well.
Okay, great. So where all this book is available, which all places? Amazon?
So the book available, yes, it's on Amazon, it's on Flipkart, it's on Story Mirror, and you can search by this Self Voyage with Somrita. This is how the cover looks. So that's where the book is available. And my social media handles, so Instagram, LinkedIn. I also have a Facebook page with Somrita Chatterjee, and I also have a personal profile on Facebook with Somrita Roy Chatterjee, and that's the spelling of my name. So bombs have difficult names.
Yeah. Okay, so how do you think this book will help as an individual or as a society as a whole? How your book will help?
So there are so many things. I keep going back to my own book, sometimes for gratitude, sometimes for some other chapter. There are some times that, I pick up a journaling activity for my own self, because probably it may have been months. So that's how it helped me till date, because I feel whatever there is, it has to start for self. For the other, like Kosha beautifully said in the beginning, it's a self-help book, it's not a self-help book. So when I say it's a self-help book, of course there are some tips, some suggestions, questions to stimulate your thought. In that sense, it's a self-help book, but it's not a self-help book because it's the kind of perspective that you draw about your own life, about your own thoughts, and how does it help you to know more about your own self. You may agree, not agree, agree in parts, whatever. But even if that is done, I think the purpose is met. So either ways, I leave it
It's
open to the readers.
open. So it's like, thought titillating. You just titillate some things in the mind and heart of the readers, and then you leave it up to them. You don't dominate or you don't impose anything. Ki if you are feeling angry, you have to do this, this, this. No. it if I'm like, if I am not feeling mentally okay, I don't like to talk to anyone. But generally, it is said that if you talk, it gets easy. But for me, talking to others is difficult because I am not that extrovert person. So, if you impose, it will create a pressure in my mind. Okay, back of my mind, that when I'm sad, when I'm depressed, or when I'm angry, I have to do this. But that may not be my thing. So this is a great book that
And
you don't
believe me,
impose.
Kosha, I see this so much at play. We are so used to hearing advice and suggestion. बचपन से ये कर लो, ये पढ़ लो, ऐसा हो जाओ, ये बन जाओ, 12th में ये करना है, graduation इसमें करना है. So we all of us grow up like that. When I work a lot across age groups, but I enjoy teens and youth. But you won't believe, if I leave a question open for them, they'll ask me, ma'am, what is to be done? I'm like, okay, so what are you expecting? So they are so used to that, you have to draw this inside the floor. When I leave it open, they're like, I don't know. I said, do whatever is coming to you. And slowly, they start getting used to me. For example, I was doing this, what could be some of the managing techniques for intense emotions. And so I started asking them, कि तुम क्या करते हो, तुम क्या करते हो? So then one person, he had recently seen Three Idiots, ठीक है? And उसने बोला, मैम, ऐसा ना दिल पे हाथ रख के बोलो, all is well, all is well, all is well. I promised that I would try. And in 2-3 days time, when my son was very angry, मुझे पता नहीं कैसे याद आया, और जैसे मैंने all is well करने लगा ना, तो मैं हंसने लगी और मेरा बेटा भी कॉपी करने लगा. And I went, I don't know whether this worked or not, but it did fizzle out the intensity.
Intensity kam ho gaya, anger ka. Correct.
So, it's like that. And that is why I enjoy the space of coaching, because coaching does exactly this. It helps you connect to your own self and find out the best answers from within. So, I mean, it's beautiful. That's what I wanted to do with my book also.
So yeah, viewers, I may suggest that please go and read this book, and don't read it at one go. Read one chapter, do the exercise, do talk with your own self, write down the emotions, write down the whatever comes to your mind and heart, and please give her a feedback or your views on that topic, which may differ from her, which you may agree, which may be similar, which anything, but do let her know your feelings. Go to the Amazon or any Flipkart and buy the book. It's also available on Story Mirror website. So this episode is particularly, I'm doing it in collaboration with Story Mirror, which is fast tech growing. They try to change the way the literature is absorbed or literature is taken in India and world. Okay, so anything else you would like to say, ma'am? Which I may have not asked.
It has been so lovely. And so for the viewer, so Kosha and I both are young mothers, both have left our, corporate jobs. So a lot of similarity. And she is also an author. She has written 2 books. So I'm really looking forward to, reading your books too. And it's been amazing, knowing you. And although we are meeting virtually, I think we are in the same room.
Same room. Correct. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, guys, so this was author Somrita Chatterjee and about her book, which is different than self-help book or fictional books, non-fiction books. But yeah, do give it a try, and you may know yourself a little more after reading the book. So this was another session, another interesting author in collaboration with Story Mirror, and I'm glad. I hope you all liked it. Further, stay tuned. I'm coming up with an interesting another series like we did history series and horror series. So I'm coming up with another interesting series. So till then, stay tuned. Deal with me, and I hope to see you all liking and being in my live and liking my episodes, the live episodes. Thank you so much. Stay safe. This is Kosha signing off. Till next time. Bye bye.